All right, so I'm finishing up those last few problems that we had left on our 3A3 notes. So this is the first Kahoot one. It says a cake shop receives a delivery of 320 cups of sugar. Each cake requires 2 cups of sugar. The amount of sugar on hand after X cakes is modeled by this. So notice you have 320 starting cups of sugar. Every cake you make, it's going to require 2 cups of sugar. So you're going to be losing sugar from your inventory. Use the model to determine how much sugar will be on hand after 110 cakes are completed. So we would be doing y equals -2 times 110 plus 320. And let's see, 2 times 110, with it being negative, would be -220 plus 320 is going to be 100. You'll have 100 cups of sugar left. So we can type in 100. And yeah, you could have also typed in the units. Sometimes I don't force that on the Kahoots because that's a lot of typing. So 100 cups of sugar would be left. Okay, then we look at our next one. What is the y-intercept? So they don't want the equation or even for you to solve anything. They just want to know what is the y-intercept. So a group of school students decides to make and sell cupcakes to raise money for their after-school group. To see it started, they spend $350 on all the supplies they will need. After determining how many cupcakes they will make with their supplies, they are happy with the profit they will earn by selling the cupcakes for $250 each. What is the y-intercept in this situation? Do not include the units since I don't have them down here. The problem with this one is they're measuring profit. We're looking at the profit they're going to earn. They spent that money. So they didn't start out in a positive profit. They started out in a negative profit. When you start up a business, you go into like debt to make it happen. So our y-intercept is they went negative 350 in the hole, just buying all their supplies before they even made any of the cupcakes. They are going to have a positive slope because every cupcake they sell is $2.50 that they're going to make back, but they got to make back all that money to pay off that debt first. So the y-intercept is negative in that scenario because it's a profit that they were measuring, not just here's your money. Okay, let's look at this next one. Write your linear model in the form y equals mx plus b, and that just means don't put a space. So Pat's Painting Services charges $150 for paint and supplies, plus they charge $30 per hour that it takes to complete the paint job. Write a linear model that calculates the total cost of the painting job. Okay, so this is how much are you going to pay them, or actually, are they going to charge? It's going to be how much they charge. That's the cost. So y equals, now the 150 is just to buy everything and the $30 per hour. Now, because they're not going to give you a credit for the 150, you're going to be paying $30 per hour. So that's the X. Plus, they're also going to make sure they get the money from you for all the supplies. So the total bill they're going to send you is $30 per hour plus the additional 150 for the supplies that they bought already. So this is what they would charge to the customer. Okay. And I did put a version with a space just in case people used them. Okay, and then I think we only have a couple slides left. Yeah. What is the slope? So we don't care about the full equation, just what is the slope? In some areas, the temperature in a pool is not always warm. On the first day a pool was open, the temperature in the water was 68 degrees. After 10 days of sun and a pool heater, the temperature had increased to 90 degrees. Assume the temperature of the water increased linear. What is the slope in this situation? Okay, so this is another one where we have to find the slope ourselves. So we kind of have the initial first day, which would be at 0 days. It was 68 degrees. 10 days later, it was 90 degrees. So remember, you do temperature per day. So temp per day, that's what makes the most sense, would be 90 degrees is the new temp, 68 was the old temp, 10 days is the new amount, 0 days is the previous amount. So that's going to be, let's see, 90 minus 68 and then divided by 10. Looks like our slope is 2.2. So it's increasing by about 2.2 degrees per day. Okay. And then finally, this last one is just an example. So it says the company discovers that to produce 980 new electronic parts, it will cost them 86,720. To produce 750 new electronic parts, it will cost 67,400. Compute the slope of the cost and choose the most accurate statement. So notice they didn't say cost per something. So anytime you just see slope of something, that's the numerator. So we're doing cost per part. That's how they want us to do it. And then I would just go with the newer information that is the second sentence. So that would be 67,400 is the newer cost. The original cost they told me was the 86,720. The newer amount of parts was 750. The older amount of parts they gave us, which was the first sentence, was 980. Just as long as these match. These came together and these came together. So then we're doing on top, the subtraction is 67,400 minus 86,720. That would be negative 19,320 on the top. And then we need to do the bottom. So 750 minus 980, that'd be negative 230. Now notice this is negative on top and bottom. So when you divide, you're going to get a positive, but I need to do the division. So negative 19,320 divided by negative 230. That's positive 84. So 84, and this would be dollars per part. Okay, now that's positive, so that's an increase. So I can go ahead and throw out any statements where they say decreasing, since that would have been a negative slope overall. So costs are increasing at a rate of $81 per item, $88 per item, or $84 per item. It's this one right here. Costs are increasing at a rate of $84 per item. Oops. Didn't want that to cover that up. So it is the one right above the bottom. So this one right here. Okay. And that's it for the notes for this part. So that's the rest of 3A3.